To build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, choose who can participate. Select the delay between messages, hide or put people in timeout. Advanced moderations to stay to your channel.
You've got mail.
What's going on, guys? Set the Hook with TL Broyles is live. What's up? What's going on? Good to see you guys, man. I know it's been a long time since I have actually been live, but I've been going through a lot of things just in my life in general, dealing with things, and life happens, whether you're on YouTube, at work, or whatever. But this is a shout out to Ruby. Ruby, this is that video I was supposed to make for you 200 years ago about drag. So here we are, guys. The first thing about drag is drag is the amount of line that a fish can pull out of your reel. Okay, it is that's number one. Number two, drag is the amount of pressure that is on the hook that is in the fish's mouth that you have on your reel, on your line. So, when it comes down to it, if you don't have your drag set, you will lose.
You've got mail.
Now, sorry about that, guys. I'm live, and everything that happens on my phone is normally going to happen. And if somebody knocks on my door, that'll be caught on here too. I hope that doesn't happen. I'm in my living room. I'm not in my little area where I normally film my videos and live chats and stuff. So, but here it is. And if you guys come in and join in on the live session, I can't see you unless you say something. So you say something to me, bam, you'll jump on the screen, and there it is, and then we'll just add you to the conversation. But back to what the point was of this live chat. It's about drag. Now, if your drag is too loose, and I am going to show you how to set the drag on your on two different reels. Okay, three different reels. All right. I do not have a bait caster. I don't own a bait caster. I'm sorry, and I wasn't able to locate one without having to go to the store, and I'm pretty much froze in right now. I can't even go to work, so because the highways are shot. But anyway, say that we're gonna say we're bass fishing, right? If we're bass fishing, and say you go to your favorite spillway, and we're gonna say it just like that. If you go to your favorite spillway, right, guys, and say the biggest fish you've caught, the biggest bass that you have caught has been like a 6-pounder, and so that's why you went back. You caught like a 6-pound bass, and that's a big fish, really. A 6-pound bass, it's a nice fish. So you're using this. You say you're throwing this Rapala parrot. You're throwing this parrot. There it is, and that's a big lure, right? This is a really big lure. So when you're throwing this parrot out here, wham! Something hits it. Something hits it. Boom! So you set the hook. Got him. And say the fish jumps out of the water, and you see how big it is, and we're gonna say it's a 10-pound largemouth. 10-pound largemouth. That's gonna be your personal best. Oh my God, I got a 10-pounder right here. All right, that 10-pounder, when he jumped the first time, we're gonna say that he was going away from you. So then he goes back into the water, and say you're holding your rod up high, right, like this, and you're reeling like this. You don't have it down low. You got it up high. I mean, you're just excited. So if you got this 10-pound largemouth on here, guys, right, and that fish turns and comes towards you a little bit. If you have your drag on your line set too loose. When that fish jumps the second time, and if you got that rod about, he's gonna jump. I'm gonna tell you, definitely, he's gonna jump. He jumps this second time, he's gonna throw his head and whole body, he's gonna spit that hook. And bloosh, he's gone. He's out. Because when the fish comes towards you, he's loosening up the line, right? He's loosening up the line, guys. A fish that big already has been hooked. Ain't no telling how many times and caught how many times. But the point is, that fish is trying to save his life. He thinks you're going to eat him. He does. I don't know if they really know what a lure is or what line is. But when they get hooked, just natural assumption, they're going to die. So they're trying to save their lives. Okay, so he's going to throw his mouth as hard as he can that second time, and he's gone if that line is loose. On the other side of things, if that line is mega tight and that drag is too tight and he can't pull any line out, when that big 10-pound fish, we're going to say he comes forward. Okay, he comes forward, he jumps the second time. He can't get that hook out of his mouth. Okay, he turns around, he gets ready to leave, and he jumps again, and he's going away from you. Pow, he breaks the line. And he's still gone with the lure. So this parrot is just out of here. You don't have this parrot anymore. It's gone. So and then you lost a 10-pound fish, a personal best fish. So you got to have your drag set right. On the other, and guys, this is for the newer people who are fishing. All the hardcore bass guys, I already know you know this stuff. We're not talking to you. All the hardcore catfish guys, we already know you know this stuff. We're not talking to you. We're talking to all the new people, okay? All right, guys. Say that you're a cat fisherman, right? Everybody doesn't bass fish, and they don't fish with lures and stuff. Some people fish with live bait. Say you got a bluegill as big as my hand. You got a bluegill this big, and you're catfishing, and I don't know, say you got him on you got that catfish on, I don't know, 20-pound line. We just gonna say it like that, or maybe 30-pound line, right? And you got this bluegill on there, and you put him on your circle hook, and you got your weights correct, and you got everything correct, right? Everything is popping. You throw it out there, and it sits out there an hour, and all of a sudden, your 15-foot rod bows over. Okay, you know you got him. You reel it up. You got the fish. It's pulling harder than any fish has ever pulled, and we're gonna say it comes up and turns over. We're not gonna say it jumps. Most time catfish don't jump. Every now and then you get one, it might come up real high and sort of jump out the water, but it's not often. But we're gonna say it's a blue, because if it was a flathead, he was gonna die. So anyway, we're gonna say it's a blue, and man, the biggest catfish you ever caught was 20 pounds, and this big joker turns over, and it's got to be 50 pounds. I mean, new personal best. Your heart's jumping out your chest. You got this fish on here, and you're holding it, and you're fighting to hold the rod in your hand. Okay, say you don't have your drag set right. We're gonna say you got the drag too loose. If the drag is too loose, when the fish swims away, he's gonna be doing this. When you've got like a catfish on the rod, guys, your rod is constantly doing this because the fish is constantly jerking. He's constantly jerking that line and that rod because he's doing this. He's got the hook in his mouth, and he's trying to throw that hook out of his mouth, right? So when he jerks his head, you feel him jerking. Well, if it's a big 50-pound blue and he's doing this, and that drag is too loose, and he's swimming, and he's pulling drag, you hear your reel, he's just screaming, and he's doing this. Well, eventually, let's just say he turns around a little bit, and he does that hook's gone. He's going to throw that out. He's going to go on about his business, and you lost that fish. On the other side of things, say you don't have your drag set right, and the fish bows the rod over, and you set the hook right, and your chest about to explode with your heart, about to bust out of it, and that fish is pulling, and he's 50 pounds, and then you probably are going to be fishing somewhere where the water's running. We're going to say it like that. the water's running. That's adding to the fish's strength because the water's running and he's swimming the direction the water's running. I mean, that's just adding more weight. That fish can't pull any line. That pole's gonna get mega heavy and pow! He's gonna break the line and he's still gonna get away. So what you have to do, guys, is you have to have your drag set right. All right, we're gonna break out with this type of spinning rod first. Now, I got two different types of spinning rods. This one has the drag set up on top. And for me, I use a lot of spinning rods. I like spinning rods. That's just my favorite. And what a spinning rod is gonna do is gonna let me put the line I want on that rod. That's a whole nother video. And I do have a video on that, how to put your line on your reel. So let's see. I don't know how this drag is set. Let's see how it's set. That's kind of loose. So he's pulling that much line. This big 50-pound cat. So he can swim with it. Now, that's probably tight enough. That's probably tight enough, I would say. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just doing it as it comes. All right. So that's probably tight enough. And let's find out what's loose and what's tight. If that's tight. Oh, yeah. Now, that's too tight. Now, see, this one adjusts on top, and that's too much drag. You don't have any drag coming off at all. That fish is going to break that line, and he's going to leave. Where you adjust it right here, loosen it up. And, you know, there it is. That's when it's too loose. If you set the hook like that on a fish, on a bass or whatever, it's going to just leave. You know, it's going to spit that hook out. So set your drag up to where it can pull some line, but it's still tight enough that when you set the hook or the hook gets set, that the fish, let's see, that the fish can get hooked. He still has some play. There it is. And what it's going to do is that fish, and when he's pulling that line out of here, guys, he's going to get tired. If you got that drag set up right, that fish is going to get tired, and it's going to be a lot easier to catch him. Okay. Okay, here's another. All right, now this particular reel's got the drag set up on the bottom. Okay, so let's see. I can pull some line. Nope, that's tight. That's not loose at all. So we're gonna go here on the bottom. Mess with it. There it is. See, all right. That's too loose. If a fish gets on there, he's getting away. The hook's not even gonna be sitting in his mouth hard enough for you to land him. So if it's that loose and you set the hook, it's gonna be barely in there. He's gonna be like, and he's gonna spit it out. Okay. And that's the whole point of drag. All right. That's still too loose. Let's see. Let's see what's up. And guys, bear with me. This is just a real, all right, this is too tight. Real representation of what drag is. Yeah, that's, all right. That's really too tight. If you're catfishing, that's probably too tight. That catfish is probably going to break that. And if it's a really big bass, he's probably going to break that too. All right, there it is. Now see, that way that fish can pull some line and still is going to have that hook in his mouth tight to when you set the hook, he's not going to just be able to spit that hook out. There it is. All right. And here's a straight up, this is an old school push button. There it is. Push button reel that my stepfather actually gave me to use. And that's cool. You know, I took the rod. Well, this joker shot. Let's see if I can get this set up. This thing ain't even set up right. Excuse me. I thought I had it. Okay, it's got a reversal. 1 second, guys. Let's get this reversal fixed. This joker shot. Most definitely. Okay, but anyway, Well, believe it or not, guys, this reel was working earlier. It's not now. But on these old reels, rather, on these old reels, this is your drag here. If you buy a push button, it's gonna be like this. Hear that? And you're setting your drag up. Okay. Now this I promise you guys, this reel was working correctly when I first was messing with it, so I could show it to you guys. But but here it is. Anyway, regardless, it's not working right. But this is the drag. Okay, that's how you tighten your drag up, guys. Right there. Yeah, it's this reel is shot. It's not even the drag. Nothing's working anymore. But it was working earlier. But on all your push button rods and reel combos, this is gonna be the drag. I don't like push buttons, and I'm gonna stick to drag. I'm not gonna go to talking about everything because the reality of it is, if you sit up and just talk about everything, you'll get off your topic. If you guys are actually saying something to me, it's not coming across my screen. So I do apologize, because if you do say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. I thought I had everything set up correctly where you guys can talk to me, because that's the whole point of going live, if you ask me. But this is that push button. Now, guys, the other thing, which is the third thing on the drag that I mentioned it a minute ago. Drag is gonna be to wear your fish out. You got to wear a fish out, man. If you catch a big old fish, like, and I'm gonna say this again, a lot of you bass guys they're new to the game and you're fishing and you got something big like this on there, you're probably gonna catch a big old fish, man. And if you're in the river, we're just gonna say you're in the river like me. I fish for everything, but I do a show. I'm just having fun with it. You got something big like this parrot, like this Rapala right here, this parrot lure. When that fish hits it, and say you hook that 10-pounder, that 9 or 10 pound bass, and you see that's what it is, and you got your drag set up right. When you set the hook on that fish and that fish gets on there, take your time. Don't try to rush and reel this fish in. That drag is on there on that reel, so you can wear the fish out, so the fish will get tired, so you can catch the fish. Okay, the longer you got that fish out there pulling that line and got that rod bent, he's pulling line off of that reel, he can't get away. Okay, he's hooked, he can't get away, he's throwing his head, and a fish doesn't have hands, right? He doesn't have hands, he's just got his mouth. Well, he bit that lure, or if it's a bass or whatever, or some kind of game fish like that, and he's jumping out the water. Well, he's throwing his whole body. I mean, I know you've seen it, and he's gonna get tired. And when that fish gets tired, he quits fighting, because he's like, woo, I'm shot. Oh my God, I can't get this hook out of my mouth. Well, then you still got him and you're reeling him in. You got that fish. That's the whole point of drag. So when you get your drag set right, and you set the hook with that bass lure, whatever kind of bass lure it is, whatever kind of fish it is that hits it, take your time, let him pull his line, reel him slow. And if you are not new to my channel, you've seen me do it. And if you're new to my channel, just go through my library and check out my videos of where I'm throwing some kind of bass lure. I don't always sit there and try to horse that fish. Sometimes I have to wait, because that fish is pulling hard, especially say it's a white bass. Got a lot of episodes where white bass have hit, or some kind of big old bass that was 6-7 pounds, something like that, or even a buffalo. If a buffalo hits and it's a big one, and I'm wanting to catch it anyway, regardless, I'm wanting to catch it. So I have to wait sometimes. I can't just fight that and horse that fish, because I know either that fish is gonna break my line, or he's gonna throw the hook. It's gonna be something to that effect if I rush him. So that's what you've got mail. You have to just wait. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I have no control over any kind of messages and stuff coming up. If you guys are speaking to me, I haven't seen anything. I really apologize. There may be something I don't have right in the settings, but I'll have it fixed next time if you are saying something to me. Lots of times I'm live on my computer. I'm actually live on my phone. So I got to learn how to work these phones a little better probably. But anyway, back to what I was saying, guys. Oh, and whoever it is that's tuning in, hey, I appreciate you 100. Thank you for tuning in and checking out the live stream. Guys, just slow down and wait on that fish. Let them wear itself out. Okay, if you're fishing for like catfish and you got that bluegill, like I said, as big as your hand on there, you know, hey, I'm finna catch this bigger than 20-pound catfish, whatever kind of catfish it is. You know, say you get a 50-pound flathead, and that's gonna be a challenge because a 10-pound flathead pulls like a 30-pound flathead or whatever. You know, so you got him. Don't rush the fish. Take your time. Let that drag do what it does. Hold that rod, and he's gonna be pulling. He's gonna be doing this because that catfish is doing that. And if it's a flathead, he's gonna dive and he's gonna try to find something to go up under. But if you got that drag set, he can't just pull mega line out and just go up under something. He's gonna have to work for it. You know, reel him back a little bit. Wait on him. You know, let him do his thing. He pulls some line out, reel him back a little bit, wait on him, and that fish will get tired. Now, if you got like a catfish, a big old giant catfish like that, they don't get tired as quick as like a bass will. It's just a bigger fish. A fish is all muscle. They are that. The whole body is that. So, you know, he's gonna fight. Let him get tired, and you'll get him in. You'll get him in, guys. So I hope you guys really like this video. I try to make it right, try to make it good. All right, guys, if you would like to help support the channel and help it keep going and stuff, man, just go down to the description and check out the Set the Hook with T.O. Broyles store. If you would like to go through and pick you something up, pick up a Set the Hook shirt or Set the Hook hoodie, or Set the Hook coffee mug, you know, or something, you know, just go by. If you get you one, any kind of proceeds that you put into the channel is going back to the channel. I'm not gonna go out and buy some candy bars or whatever. I'm gonna put it back into the channel. If it's fishing lures, fishing line, you know, whatever it is it takes to keep the channel going. So guys, I appreciate you 100. If you are a subscriber to the channel, guys, thank you. I appreciate you 100. Thank you for your support. If you are just a viewer coming through, guys, thank you for coming in and tuning in and seeing what's up. I hope to see you coming back, you know, for some of my other episodes. And guys, I have not stopped fishing. I haven't fished in a little while because I've been going through a few things, but you know, I am going to be dropping some more fishing videos. And as soon as this bad weather gets out of the way where I can move around, I will be back out there doing it, setting the hook. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you did say something to me and I couldn't see it, I promise you I'll try to go through here and maybe I can see it some other kind of way. And I will say something to you next time because my next live stream will probably be on my computer and I'll definitely be able to see you guys. All right, guys. Peace out.